Please click on the link below the video to watch the full content, if you are interested.
His free energy generator brought him nothing but bloodshed. His wife and kids got shot. His house and lab got ransacked. Industry experts who sided with him were threatened, and some were murdered. Even though all odds were against him, Dr. T. Henry Moray was undeterred because he knows that his device is the invention of the century. A simple, yet powerful generator that allows anyone to generate 100% free energy day and night, anywhere in the world. His device is documented to work in a submarine at the bottom of the sea, and even in an airplane hundreds of feet above the ground, using a weird source of energy that is all around us, can be harnessed even if you are at the center of the earth, and can never ever run out. Hi, my name is Andrew James, and in the next few minutes I'm going to show you, step by step, how to build your own Moray generator so that you will never have to pay for electricity again. We're going to take all these spare parts and transform them into this device. This is only a small version. I'm also going to expose the lies that the government and the big power monopoly don't want you to know, and reveal the real secret reason why your power bill is so criminally high, and what happens to all technologies that promise to cut our addiction to oil and coal. But first, let me tell you more about myself, so you know why you should believe me. I'm a physicist, and having worked 3 decades at the Patent Office as a patent inspector, and filed more than 4,500 patents, I have seen my fair share of a lot of classified information that I'm furious why the government is withholding them. Free energy is real, and people who discovered it and went public or filed a patent either got suppressed or killed. You must be saying to yourself, I'm listening to a lunatic talk. This can't possibly be true. Hold on. To have an open mind, please suspend your disbelief just for a minute, and after I have made my case, you'll understand that everything I say is true. I'm going to give you an inside scoop of how the Patent Office works. In reality, patents act as an antenna for big companies to catch wind of breakthrough technology. Once they find something, it's like inviting a bloodhound to the game. Once a patent request is filed in the United States, it is automatically and immediately studied carefully by scientists and engineers working within the Pentagon. If it meets specific criteria, then the patent request and anything of the device mentioned is declared classified, secret. Then this is essentially the end of that inventor's dream. One thing they will always be told, in no uncertain terms, is to never talk about it publicly again, under penalty of imprisonment. Imagine working for many years, putting all your energy and money into building a new device that would revolutionize the use of energy, ending our dependence on foreign oil. Allow families and people like you to never pay for electricity again. Then just as you have reached success, the government seizes your devices, your test gear, your notes, the entire fruits of your labor, and then threatens you with prison. All in a land of supposed free enterprise. This has been going on for a very long time, and a large percentage of these suppression incidents are related to technologies and devices which could threaten the monopoly of oil or coal. Speaking about these big energy fat cats, can you believe that electricity production costs have dropped by 43% over the past year, thanks to new drilling techniques that have enabled energy companies to extract out more natural gases and fuel from the earth? But what happened to electricity prices in return? Just look at this article from the Huffington Post. Let me read the highlighted portion to you. But the savings aren't translating to lower rates for customers. Instead, U.S. electricity prices are going up. It's caused us to scratch our heads, says Tyler Hodge, an analyst at the Energy Department who studies electricity prices. It is so perplexing to the analysts at the Energy Departments, but it's so obvious if you look from the perspective of the energy monopolies. If a business raises its prices, I know that for sure, there will be fewer customers, but not if you are the electric monopoly. Even if you raise your prices, people are still on your grid, and they will have to accept whatever price you throw at them. They have no choice. The power companies don't care whether you are having a tough time in this economy or not, and you should get a break instead of the rising electricity prices. In the end, it all boils down to the dividends that the top energy executives get, which is in the millions of dollars. And they are laughing all the way to the bank at your expense. This is daylight robbery, plain and simple. But before I get into building the device and freeing your family from electricity slavery, you will need to know briefly who is the inventor. Dr. Moray.
T. Henry Moray, an electrical engineer and Tesla enthusiast, who in the early 20s began working on a device he claimed intercepted radiant energy from outer space. By stimulating the existing oscillations of space energy, his radiant energy device ran for days, putting out 50 kilowatts of electricity. His public demonstrations attracted newspaper coverage, and scientists from Bell Laboratories and the Department of Agriculture's Rural Electrification Administration. During the 30s, he developed semiconductors and transistors that were far ahead of their time. Unfortunately, as all too many inventors have suffered, when he refused to sell out to powerful interests, Moray and his family were threatened, shot at, and the laboratory ransacked. Ignored by the U.S. Patent Office, Moray quietly stopped public disclosure of the device after it was destroyed by his assistant, Felix Frazier, a communist sympathizer who was frustrated. Moray declined his repeated offers to take that technology.
Dr. Moray was a family man, a respectable citizen, and listed in 1925 Who's Who in Engineering. Moray had spent countless hours in his basement working on his special generator that detected background radiation and amplified them. A crucial part of his invention, which pumped free energy out of seemingly nothing. If you are wondering what background radiation is, it is the radiation from space and cosmos, and it's all around us. Here's an explanation of what background radiation is, as told by Nobel Award winner John Mather.
This would be radiation that comes from the entire cosmos, and so that's why we call it background. We can't recognize any individual source. Otherwise we would say, well, that radiation came from a galaxy or a planet or a star.
Prominent people in the 1920s and 1930s witnessed many tests of Moray's device, and the press was satisfied that the tests were valid. However, Moray's invention was not wanted by some people, and Moray received numerous death threats.
Please click on the link below the video to watch the full content. If you are interested,